Alright, we're back. Just a little bit of some human error there. Wi-Fi is a little bit hard to get in a car. Just fun fact for all of you who don't know that. So we're on a hotspot right now. So we're in the CX-5 for those of you who may be joining us right now. We are on a test drive. Doug, what are some of the tools that we have on this little screen that's right here?
So what's awesome about this screen, right now you've got the radio screen. I can actually give it voice commands, or we can use the command and control switch. These are all the options that you can go through. There's an applications menu. You can check your traffic map here, like Google Maps gives you the traffic.
Nice.
You can also plug in your first maintenance interval. It'll give you a little reminder when your oil changes are due. It'll let you know what your fuel economy has been for the last 6 trips that you took, if you want to take a peek at that. It's also got HD radio, which comes free. You can stream your music wirelessly with this. It's got a Pandora app along with Stitcher and Aha, so you can stream that music as well from your phone.
Can you get satellite radio?
You can get satellite radio on the Grand Touring model. One of my favorite things is the handling on this. So unfortunately this person in front of us is spoiling our fun, but this thing takes the corners really great.
Although we don't condone speeding or going really fast on an exit ramp or an on-ramp, it does have wonderful handling.
It does. And then you're going to see how easily it's going to merge into traffic here on the highway. And we even have a little sport mode, so if you want a little extra power, it'll delay the shift on the transmission. And if you look in the mirror on the right, you're going to see the blind spot monitoring system in action as we pass some of these cars.
Just see the little light up. It's good. What other safety features do you have in here that could be useful?
So this vehicle also has lane departure warning with the Grand Touring model, so that if has a camera in the front here, so if I decide to get too close to the lines here, it will give me an audible beep to direct me back onto back into the lane.
Nice.
And you can change all those settings in the safety. You can set when it does it, what the warning is, what the sound is.
Can we hear different sounds, or is that too much for you to do while you're driving? Maybe you can handle that.
I think it's...
Well, here's your lane departure warning now.
And then that... What's that one do? Do it again. See what I did with it. Did you get a rumble in your steering wheel?
I didn't.
So...
There's a wonderful policeman though coming on our left, so I'm going to be taking this next exit.
Once again, we don't condone speeding or any type of illegal driving. So, what is the CX-5 good for in terms of, is it good for road trips? Is it good for, what have you used your CX-5 for? I know you said your son drives it back and forth to school, but do you use it for other things that you think is really good?
I would use it for everything I use my CX-9 for. I just take the CX-9 if I need more people or more space, but I would easily take the CX-5. It would be if we're driving around town, it would be my first choice because it gets such great gas mileage and it's so fun to drive.
So in terms of comfort, how are you guys feeling up there?
Oh, we got our heated seats on. This is great.
Heated seats? Do you guys have enough leg room?
Oh, tons.
Plenty.
And it's got dual automatic climate control on the Grand Touring version as well. In fact, this is such a popular car, I have 5 of these in my family.
Wow.
Yes.
Right. For those of you who don't know, Doug is a very popular Mazda man. He lives, breathes, I would say eats Mazdas, but that's a little weird. But yeah, they look pretty comfortable up there. I would have to say in the back seat, I'm pretty comfortable and I'm sitting in the middle. But it looks like these 2 people have it. You also have a decent amount of trunk space back there.
And those seats will fold down.
Seats will fold down, so if you need more space, you have it.
All you have to do is flip the levers and they pop right down. 40, 20, 40.
So, brutal honesty, what would you tell a customer who wanted to come in and buy a CX-5?
Well, I would tell them that, again, it's the top-rated vehicle on the market. It does everything really well. There's nothing that it doesn't do well. There's your lane departure warning again. So once we put the blinker on, that'll disable that, because obviously you want to change lanes, but it'll at least give you that warning in case you don't. So it's obviously packed with safety features. It has a great safety rating. Kelley Blue Book also gave us the lowest ownership cost over a 5-year period, and part of that is due to the low maintenance. There's no tune-up for 75,000 miles with the vehicle. There's no timing belt to replace on the vehicle, so it's very low maintenance. So everything that you'd want to have in a car, and a lot of versatility, and really nothing you don't want to have in a car.
Nice. So I don't know if we can, if I can ask this or if you're going to do this, but can I see you accelerate on the highway?
Oh, sure.
So you can hear it accelerate, but it's actually a fairly quiet vehicle when you think about it.
It is. It's quiet, it handles well, and this is fantastic in the snow. Mazda has what's called iActive Sense all-wheel drive, and what that means is it's predictive instead of reactive. So before your tires even start to slip, it puts you into the all-wheel drive mode, and it proportions the power as much as 50% to the rear wheels, so it acts as a true all-wheel drive vehicle without getting you into trouble by having the wheels spin prior to going into all-wheel drive, because once the wheels spin, you may not be able to go anywhere even with all-wheel drive. So that's another nice feature that the CX-5 has.
So does the CX-5 come with SkyActiv technology, and can you explain what that is?
It does.
So
yeah, so all Mazdas now have what's called SkyActiv technology, which Mazda coined the term due to the fact that the sky's the limit when it comes to fuel efficiency as well as performance. So technically, Mazda was able to increase the compression ratio of the vehicle without having to go to premium gas. So all of our cars use regular unleaded, which is a nice savings feature money-wise. We also tweaked the transmission. We don't use a CVT transmission, which tends to be slow and noisy and not as reliable as the conventional 6-speed that Mazda uses in their vehicles. And then we took the body structure and we made it lighter but stiffer. So we use what's called ultra high strength steel, which gives us our great safety rating, but yet the lightness gives us the fuel economy. So by combining the engine, the transmission, and the body structure technologies, we're able to get 30% better fuel efficiency. So Mazda is actually the first car company to average over 30 miles per gallon for all their vehicles. And we've been the #1 most fuel efficient car company in the U.S. for the last 3 years.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So I know we're pretty close to the dealership. We're stuck at a light right now, and we've talked a little bit about trim levels. What are the different trim levels that you can get with the CX-5?
So you have 3 levels: Sport, Touring, and Grand Touring. And what's nice about the CX-5 is that basically when you're in the all-wheel drive version, all of your cars have the same performance characteristics. So the same engine, transmission, suspension, so they all drive fantastic. And it's just a matter of the consumer preference in terms of what type of equipment they want, whether they want leather versus cloth, whether they want a moonroof, whether they want some upgrades to the sound system, along with some additional safety features that you can get as available options.
So, I know you are a Mazda owner. I'm speaking to you.
Yes.
Sorry, how long have you owned a Mazda, and what makes you keep coming back?
I've personally owned a Mazda since 1998.
That's almost 20 years, everybody.
We've had a Mazda in our family since 1980. We had an old 626, and I've always been a Mazda fan. And since meeting Doug, he's been great with me, and I've sent a lot of customers to him. And I keep coming back when I need to trade in and move on to the next model.
So would you recommend Have you leased or purchased? Which one do you think is better? If you've done both.
I have leased all my vehicles. I drive a lot of miles, and I like renewing the car every couple years, especially when they come out with a new model. It's nice to be able to swap it. And in the past, I've put a lot of miles on it, and Doug usually calls me and says, "We got a buyer for your car, bring it back."
Wow. So Doug's on top of his A game is what you're telling me.
Absolutely.
So we're almost back to the dealership. If anybody watching has any questions, now is the time to ask, because we have about, I would say, 300, 400, 500 feet. I'm not a good judge of distance, clearly, between here and the dealership.
And I would also add that I personally have been a Mazda owner since 1985. That I've owned Mazdas before I actually sold Mazdas. And I became enamored with the technology, the engineering that goes into the vehicles. And again, they're very extremely reliable. They've been in Consumer Magazine's top list for many, many years. So if you're looking for a car that's reliable, that's fun to drive, that's low maintenance, that gets great gas mileage, that kind of does everything you want it to do, that's a safe vehicle, you can't go wrong with the Mazda brand.
Right. Well, we are heading back to the dealership. We're almost there. Since nobody seems to have any questions, I'm going to end the video by saying watching. We have a YouTube page as well as Twitter and Instagram, so please be sure to follow us on that, as well as click the like button for Mazda. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon.